Welcome to Pal's Fundamentals. Be sure to check out more videos like this on our YouTube channel. The video source is from the Faroe Islands, live link below.
All right.
Today we're bringing you a news report focusing on local politics, news, sports, social events, health and police updates from the Faroe Islands today,
Sounds good.
January 15th, 2025. Let's get started with a comprehensive weather report.
All right, so the Faroe Islands are experiencing fresh winds and rain today.
Okay.
Expect brisk winds from the southeast, reaching speeds up to 15 meters. You might see some showers or drizzle this morning, but the afternoon should be mostly dry. Temperatures will hover between 6 and 9 degrees Celsius.
All right, so maybe pack an umbrella if you're heading out this morning. What about the rest of the week?
Hold on to your hats because the forecast takes a dramatic turn tomorrow. We're expecting a shift to strong southerly winds, increasing to gale or even storm force, reaching up to 25 meters. Heavy rain will accompany this change, and the temperatures will rise slightly, ranging between 7 and 11 degrees.
Oh, wow. Sounds like battening down the hatches might be a good idea. Anything else we should be aware of?
Friday will see the storm continue, but it will gradually decrease throughout the day, eventually settling into calmer winds by the evening. Looking ahead to the weekend, Saturday brings a return to southerly winds and more rain, with temperatures in the 8 to 10 degree range. Sunday will be similar with slightly cooler temperatures. And finally, Monday should offer a respite from the wind and rain with calmer conditions and variable cloud cover. Expect temperatures to be between 4 and 8 degrees.
Okay, great. Thanks for that detailed forecast. Now let's move on to some local news.
All right. Yesterday, a worker in location redacted had a fall while working at a height of 4 meters. The individual was transported to the National Hospital for treatment and examination.
Let's hope for a quick recovery.
Yeah.
Now to the roads. Drivers in the Eysturoy tunnel should be extra cautious due to reports of reckless driving. What happened exactly?
Police report one driver overtaking another in the tunnel and was later caught speeding at 175 kilometers in the opposite direction. Their license was revoked and the car was impounded. Police also issued 3 other warnings yesterday evening, which could have resulted in conditional driving bans.
Wow, that's certainly concerning.
Yeah.
Moving on to some personnel changes, Suni Justinussen will be taking on a new role as the Director of Manshane, starting April 1st.
Right. Justice Susan has served as director of Grow Aqua since 2017 and was even voted Leader of the Year within the private sector in 2023.
Wow. Now let's turn to sports news for the football fans.
Okay, the schedule for the Women's Premier League has been finalized, with the first match taking place on March 19th in Høyvik.
And for those who follow the Men's Premier League.
Mark your calendars for March 7th. The season kicks off in Gundadali with a match between HB and B68.
Some exciting news for rowing enthusiasts as well. The IE Rowing Club celebrated 2 of their members, Siri Andrasardottir Merkur and Victoria Hagamar.
They've become the first members of the club to join the national rowing team. The duo each secured a gold and silver medal at the Danish Indoor Rowing Championships over the weekend.
Wow, congratulations to them. Switching gears now to politics. The Parliamentary Ombudsman has released a report regarding a complaint about the Ministry of Fisheries and Transport.
Right. The complaint was about withholding information. The ministry had redacted certain details and names from a document related to an application for commercial fishing trials.
What was the Ombudsman's decision?
The Ombudsman agreed with the ministry's decision to withhold some details about the project itself, citing the protection of trade secrets.
Okay.
However, the Ombudsman initially questioned the redaction of the consultant's name, which the ministry justified by citing a non-disclosure agreement. Upon further investigation, the ministry clarified that the consultant's name was also considered a trade secret because revealing it would inadvertently disclose information about the protected project. The Ombudsman accepted this justification.
Interesting. There's also news regarding a new law in Denmark affecting end-of-life care.
Yeah, from tomorrow, all Danes over the age of 60 can opt out of being resuscitated if they wish.
And how has this new law been received?
The law was passed in December 2023, and there has been information campaigns since then to ensure healthcare professionals are aware of this new right.
Moving on to economic news, there's been a development with the Faroe's import value of fuel.
It has decreased by 300 million kroner.
300 million kroner. What's that in relation to the overall import value?
So the total import value was 10.2 billion kroner, for the reporting year from December 2023 to November 2024. That's a decrease of 1.5 billion kroner, or 13% compared to the previous period. The decline in imports is mainly due to lower import value of fuels and ships. This is largely attributed to lower fuel prices, but also a reduction in the amount of fuel imported.
Okay, now let's look at some proposed changes to the penal code.
Okay. The opposition wants to introduce cartel provisions into the penal code. Currently, the Competition Act stipulates that the consequences of violating the law under particularly aggravating circumstances are usually large fines and possible lawsuits. But this proposal aims to make cartel agreements a criminal offense.
So what kind of penalties are we talking about?
According to the proposal, those who enter into cartel agreements under particularly aggravating circumstances could receive up to 6 years in prison.
There also seems to be some debate surrounding the Electricity Supply Act.
Right. The opposition believes it's important that the market in the retail segment, which was part of a memorandum of understanding between the government, SEV, and the Association of Local Authorities, is included in the Electricity Supply Act.
Okay. And what's the government's stance on this?
Well, when the minister was asked why this provision wasn't included in the government's initial proposal to update the Electricity Supply Act, she replied that it was a political decision.
Interesting. Finally, let's discuss a topic that's sure to be of interest to many in the Faroe Islands: the hunting season for seabirds.
Okay. The Faroes Hunting Association believes that the hunting season for seabirds should not be shortened. This is in response to the proposal by the Minister of Fisheries to reduce the hunting season for seabirds in order to reduce hunting pressure. The Hunting Association is convinced that the current Faroe seabird hunt, including guillemots and razorbills, is sustainable.
So what's their reasoning behind this stance?
Well, they argue that there is a lack of accurate data on bird populations and hunting yields, highlighting the need for more comprehensive research before implementing restrictions.
What's their proposed solution?
The Hunting Association recommends that hunters, authorities, and ornithologists find solutions together to ensure that decisions to restrict hunting rights are as well-founded as possible. And on that note, we've had a man fall from a ladder yesterday. He was working at a height of 4 meters and was transported to the National Hospital for treatment and examination.
Hopefully it was nothing too serious. That wraps up all the updates we have for you today from the Faroe Islands.